Hey y'all, so a couple days ago, Smith Wesson announced their new Model 350, which is a X-frame 7-shot 350 Legend revolver. Viewer asked me to give my thoughts on it, so here we go. Alright, so the Model 350 Legend, or Model 350. I'm going to try not to say the Model 357. We're going to see how far I can get before I screw that up. Anyway, for those that don't know, 350 Legend is kind of compared to 357 Maximum. It's a straight wall cartridge. It's a 5.56 223 casing that's not neck down. Common weights, you get like 180 grain or whatever. It's generally a rifle cartridge that's now put into, this will be the second revolver that they've done it. The BFR, which I'm going to talk about a little bit more, was, I believe, the first revolver to be chambered in 350 Legend. It's an X-frame. It's going to be 7-shot. It's going to be a very heavy gun, as X-frames are. The weight on this is going to be 71.5 ounces. I like big bore revolvers. I think for this thing, though, I think honestly that this is going to be two things. It's going to be a range toy, and it's going to be a, kind of something you can take deer hunting. I say deer hunting because I'm an under, because I kind of at that point, I think once you get up past deer, 350 Legend, I'm sure someone will correct me, but it doesn't strike me, at those grain weights, as being something that, you want to really mess with bear or anything bigger when it comes to that. But, it does seem like the deer hunting crowd has really picked up this caliber. A lot of other people haven't, just because, right now ammunition's hard to find, and when new calibers come out, they're generally expensive and hard to find, so it's kind of been pushed aside by a lot of people. I like that it's straight walled, makes reloading a little bit easier. It's going to have a 7-inch barrel, at least the version that come out is. If I keep looking down, it's because I have the website pulled up. What I've done my research on, as far as the ballistics out of this, it kind of is lackluster in the sense that it's not that the ballistics on it are bad, it's just that compared to other guns you can get in different calibers, different weights, different sizes, it's not super insanely impressive when you talk about the big hand cannons that are currently out there. So, obviously I don't have any ballistics on this. Ballistics in 350 Legend are kind of hard to find, but I was able to find a few things. A couple people chronographed the BFR revolver in 350 Legend, which has a 10-inch barrel, and they were getting, I believe out of like a 180 grain bullet, they were getting right around 2,000 feet per second. That's not a slouch, that's not bad. But for an X-frame revolver, again, X-frame revolvers, you can deal with 460 Roland and 500 Magnum, which are infinitely more powerful. It kind of feels like putting the V6 in the muscle car. It doesn't make it any less of a muscle car, but at the end of the day, you're always probably going to be lacking or wishing you had a little bit more. Deer hunters are probably going to love it. I think this is definitely geared towards being a hunting revolver. Medium game. In fact, on their website, Smith Wesson even kind of says, designated for medium game. Honestly, for me, if I was going to go hunting with a revolver medium game, like deer hunting, I'd probably go 44 Magnum, 357 Magnum. You can get much smaller guns, much lighter guns, in those calibers, and have yourself a little bit less of a chunk of steel you have to carry around. But if it's something that interests you, it's cool. Like it's very cool to see some of these big hand cannons that come out. The big thing that I think is going to scare a lot of people away is the MSRP, which is $1,600. So that kind of, again, X-frames are not cheap. So you're kind of buying a very, very large, very expensive revolver, and you're kind of getting, a slightly neutered cartridge compared to some of the other calibers you can get it in. But I think at the end of the day, it's neat. The moon clips, again, I'm assuming the fact that there's no rim on this, the moon clips mean that you're going to have to use moon clips. They're probably not optional. So that can be kind of annoying, especially if you're, if you are out hunting with this and you've got to carry moon clips, they're very easily to bend and all that. So that might be a little bit annoying. But, I'm sure, they make cases and stuff. You could probably figure that out. But at the end of the day, I think it's a neat revolver. I don't think it's necessarily for me. And I think it's going to be a very niche revolver for a certain crowd. I don't think it's going to go very mainstream because well, with an X frame, and I'm assuming they went X frame, well, they did a 7-shot X frame, where I imagine if it was a 5-shot end frame, I'd probably be more interested, but I'm assuming it probably can't because of the size of the case. It's too big for anything to really be more than a range toy, and like a medium deer gun. But put down below what you think. Is it something you're interested in? Is it something you're glad to see out the market? I would definitely like to see more revolvers, more handguns in rifle cartridges. As a big bore revolver fan, I'm always interested to see them, shoehorn a rifle caliber into a handgun. But I think for me, this one just isn't right. But put down below what you think.